Alright guys, so I'm getting ready to paint the cockpit, but I'm kind of trying to make a decision here. I already posted some pictures on Facebook's group build page, okay, and I'm looking at the resin cockpit. Okay, let me bring it up. This is the resin cockpit, okay. Now if you guys could see, let's wait for this thing, pretty decent detail like you may expect with Ares, you know. It's, you know, some may argue that it's doable and stuff, which I agree. Well, here's the thing. If you look at the kit part, I actually like the kit part better. It has pretty decent detail and everything. And let's see, here's the other wall, right? That one's a little plain, shall we say. So I'm trying to make a decision, guys. I think I'm gonna go and do a little bit of kit bashing, you may say. I think I'm gonna be using the kit's tub, which means I'm gonna have to use their instrument panel, and I'm gonna be using their resin seat. Now let me show you something, guys. Okay, here we go. This is the one in the middle is the actual seat that the instructions are telling you to use. However, doing research, it's more accurate. Okay, if you guys, and I'll put some pictures up, if you guys see the reference pictures, you guys will agree. But if you look at the resin part, it has a lot more detail. So I'm thinking about using the resin's seat for it and put it in the kit's tub. And what I have here is a little bit of wire. Now these are wires that I just found around laying in my bed. I'm sorry, yeah, I sleep with wires. I laid them around the house, and what I did is I just took the plastic sleeve off, and as you guys could see, it gives you, there we go, it gives you all kinds of thickness of wire, okay? These are great for brake lines, for 1/72 scale landing gear, excuse me. Also, you could take it apart and do you know, couple of wires, just wrapping them around and have different thickness, and that's what I'm planning on using on the cockpit from the kit. Okay, let me back that up. Oh, it looks better. I'm telling you, I'm not too impressed with the autofocus in this camera. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to use, guys. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna be using this paint. I know it's not the accurate paint, but it's close enough of what I've seen on the reference picture. So let me do that, and I'll show you guys when everything is all said and done. Okay, so the parts have been painted again with XF82. It's the closest I could find of what I have to the reference pictures that I have, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about while I'm filming and stuff. But so now I'm in the stage of painting it and weathering it. What I'm gonna be doing right now is I want to go back with the airbrush and add a little bit of white and fade a little bit, you know, do a little bit of highlights here and there. Then we're gonna be adding like yellows and reds and black and stuff for the instrument panel and stuff. The instrument panel, here's the resin instrument panel. As you guys could see, let's see, it is just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful panel. To the fact that I might go back to the resin cockpit now. Not only that, but it actually fits really, really good. And here's the resin cockpit, you know, with the seating and stuff, and with paint and stuff. It should look pretty awesome. So, and here's the kit part, the kit cockpit, which is not too bad. Like I said, you know, I almost used it. I did add, and I don't know if you guys could see that, I added wire, you know, and here and there, but I don't know, I just love that instrument panel, and it's gonna fit better with the resin cockpit. It is too narrow for the kick part, so it doesn't, there's no way it's gonna fit. Or maybe, I don't know, I'm still deciding, guys. I'm sorry about that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna weather it a little bit, paint it here and there, and I'll show you guys the progress as I go. If I find any problems, I'll film them and I'll let you guys know how I deal with them. Okay guys, so I'm back. Before I start, I got to apologize. I thought I was filming the last section, turned out I wasn't. Okay, I'm still getting used to the new camera, so I apologize for that. But what I was pretty much doing in that section was just showing you the photo etch, okay, and how it enhances. And I know in my last clip I said I was gonna use the kit part, and I know Ian, even on the zoom you guys in, even on his update said that, you know, and I gotta admit, I changed my mind again. I ended up using the resin kit, mainly because when I put the resin seat on the kit's part, it looked out of scale. Okay, if you guys could see, both parts are well detailed, but the resin seat, it's a lot smaller. The resin tub, I mean, it's a lot smaller than the kit part. So that's why I decided to go and use the aftermarket after all. But just to give you an idea, this is the kit part, and you know, a little bit of dry brushing there, and it doesn't look bad at all. I mean, I added some wires and stuff, but I'm gonna keep it around just in case this gives me a headache. And I'm gonna show you guys where I'm at with the cockpit. Okay, right on. So that's pretty much where I'm at. You guys could see all the detail, the seat belts, everything's all painted up. You see a little bit of details and stuff. Now, before you say something, I know that even the painting is not accurate, okay? There should be a lot more black in there. I'm gonna put up a picture just so you guys get an idea of how busy those cockpits look. But it's a cockpit, you know, when the fuselage it's close together, you're not going to be able to see that much. So as long as you're able to see the fundamentals, I'm happy with that. Another reason why I ended up using the resin is, take a look at this instrument panel. It's just gorgeous. I mean, the detail that they put there, just gorgeous. Okay, I painted that strip in the middle just using white and by hand, but I noticed in my references that that is pretty dominant. That line is dominant on the reference shots that I saw. So I'm gonna be using that, and that's where I'm at, guys. So the next step will be to fit it in here. Okay, now dry fit everything before you start building. Dry fit everything. I mean, I don't know how many times I could tell you. It saves you work. On the bottom we're fine, but on top, on the back of the cockpit, and this is what I read in some reviews, it doesn't really give you a good seam. What I did is I ended up cutting the location pins, because location pins are good, but they also could be your worst nightmare. And let me close this. Okay, and so I ended up chopping them off and sanding in a V shape, so that my seam is now like this. Okay, this is the top of my seam. I ended up sanding in an angle, so it's like this. So it gives me a better seam, a better joint here. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm also gonna be using either super glue. This is the super glue that I use. Very good super glue. The Gorilla super glue. It's the same as what's the name of that other super glue that I can't remember, but a lot of modelers using it. It's just the same, and this one's a little bit cheaper, but it's really good super glue. It's the gel super glue. But I'm also going to be using this. Okay, what is this? No, it's not cement from Testers. It was at some point, but this is melted styrene, and I use this as my filler. To give you an example how it looks, this is the bottom of and you see the shiny parts? There's a big gap there, and I ended up using that, and all I gotta do now is go in there with a little sander, and I'll be fine. Okay, that's what I like about this type of filling. It dries just like the plastic, and it sands beautifully. Okay, it's not like super glue where, you know, it's hard to sand. This is a little easier, and it's very easy to make. Okay, Phil Flory from Flory Models has a tutorial. If you go to his channel, he has a tutorial how to make it, and you guys could get an idea of how easy it is. If you ever wonder what we do with all that sprue left over every time we build a kit, well, there's your answer. You know, that's what I do. I have a big bottle of it. I think it's over here. Yep, right here. I even put styrene filler on it, and I got enough for it to last me a year. The secret is to thin it with Tamiya cement or Tester cement, and thin it real thin, because the thicker it is, the longer it takes to dry. Okay, and you start sanding it, and next thing you know, the bottom surface of it is still wet. So I was having that problem. I asked around, and they told me, oh, just thin it more with the glue, and it should work fine. So that's our next step. We're gonna be fitting it in. All right, so one last clip. This is the come on, man. This is the wash that I use. As you guys can see, it's just called dark sea blue wash. It worked out really nice. I tried it first on the kit part, just to give you an idea of how it looks. It just makes all the detail pop, and it came out really good. I really liked it, so I went ahead and I applied it. Now I don't want to touch it because it's still fresh. Okay, but here is, you guys could see it. Sorry about the glare. This is just a little shipping plate I got from work. So the next step will be to go back with my brush and damp it on enamel thinners and clean up a little bit. But I gotta tell you, that wash worked like a treat. So for gray interiors, this is great. Really nice stuff. It's enamel based, so you could clean it up with either enamel wash, thinner, or even white spirits. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. The next step will be to put it in the inside the nose section, and that I'm gonna be taking my time with it. My main concern is gonna be the instrument panel, because you gotta cut out the front section here, okay, and make it fit. So I'm deciding whether or not I want to glue it to the cockpit, or glue it to the part once I bring everything together. I'm still deciding whether or not to do that, or just glue it to the cockpit and put the whole thing in there. On the reviews, no one addresses that, and I'm guessing it's because it should be a nice fit. So that's what I'm gonna be playing with for the next couple of days, hopefully. And yeah, the front section is gonna go in there, and it should be all good. So thank you guys. Stay tuned for the next session, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. My name is Louis, as always. I'll catch you guys on my next clip. Bye bye.